once again we are with the Sunday Cigars podcast and live stream. I am checking Twitter, trying to find that poll I put up to see what today's topic would be. Mostly because I don't remember what it was. I remember the poll. I remember some of the options. I just don't remember what won. And I think it only won because it's one vote, and that was for it. Where is that poll? Huh. Okay, that's kind of irritating, but give me a second. We'll find it. In the meantime, I have a selection of 3 Room 101 cigars today to smoke and talk about with y'all, which, honestly, I can't wait. And they range in price from mid to not mid. But they are good. They are very good. And I enjoy them. And my voice sounds kind of weird today. Turn that on. There. Whoa, that's way too bright. Turn down. There we go. I still have the fancy spotlight, but it's not blinding me or washing me out, which is always a bad thing. Alright, where is that poll? Being an adult man, that is today's topic. First, let's introduce you to the round of cigars that I have for the day. Those are always going to be appreciated. Also, I want to put in my headphones. I'm trying some earbuds out. I got them from Grafstar. I like them so far. I like them so far, but okay, there, fine. Let's try this again. Okay, why is it freaking? Hold on. I have to fix this. This is gonna bug the shit out of me. Yeah, damn. If it ain't one thing, it's part of being a man. You gotta take what you can when you can. You gotta take the good with the bad. And that's the left ear. Left ear in. Okay. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I don't lose audio yet again. Hopefully. I gotta put both in or they won't register. that should be working. Okay. There. Okay. Let's see if I can at least hear. Properties. Default. Default there. Alright. I give up. I give up on trying to fix that. Anyways. Sometimes you gotta know when you're beat. You know, sometimes you gotta know. Man, had a good week. We're getting to the top in a minute. Getting my shooting. That there. Just that. Boom. We are good. Hopefully. Alright, properties. Grab a star. Okay. It's not doing what I want it to. Okay, well, fuck. Okay. Alright, well, I give up on trying to hear it, so. Yeah. You know, there are some things I could probably do to make this stream a little better. Actually, there's probably a lot of things I can do to make this stream better, but I'm not. Okay. Now, like I said, I've got 3 sticks for today. With 3 different price points. They're all Room 101. As you know, I'm a fan of Room 101. Alright. Get them all held up in the right order. These are the 3 sticks. Room 101 Payback, Maduro. Comes in about $8. Room 101 Durama. Remember this one from last week? The Durama? Comes in about 10 to 11. Usually around 12. And then Johnny the Tobacco Nut from last week comes in around 12 to 15, depending where you go. And like I said, like I've always said, you don't need to buy the most expensive cigar. You need to buy the ones you like. I just happen to like these, which is why I'm actually going to smoke them out of order. I am going to smoke the Tobacco Nut because it's a lighter flavor than Payback. You want to smoke the light one before you destroy your palate with the boss one. Okay, as always, nip the cap, the crown. This is a trimmed foot, it's not shaggy. Toasty. Roasty toasty. I like it. I think it's. I don't know if it actually improves the flavor or what, but I like it. I think it's good. Okay. Now, to be a man, I'm going to admit that. To be an adult, here's what you gotta do. You ready? Because this is some wisdom. Take care of what you need to take care of. I know. It sounds obnoxious, but if you're going to be an adult, you gotta take care of shit. You gotta take care of shit properly. You gotta do it right the first time because you don't always have time to do it a second time. Alright? Part of being an adult is accepting that you have to do shit. You're not always going to like what you have to do. I mean, I've worked a lot of shitty jobs in a lot of shitty places. And I've lived in a lot of shitty apartments until I can get where I'm at now. Like, I have worked from fast food to gas stations to construction. I have worked office jobs, which drove me up a wall. I've sold health and life insurance, so I was real good at selling life insurance. I mean, I've worked all sorts of shitty jobs. When you're an adult, you're going to have to work shitty jobs. Why? Because that's just part of life. You don't always hit the ground with the best fucking job. You know, you go to college, you graduate, you don't start middle management. You're going to start, God forbid, you get a bachelor of business sciences, business arts, some bullshit business degree. If it's a bachelor's, you're not going to get the middle management job. Odds are, you're going to be working sales or call centers. That's entry level. And entry level pays entry level bullshit pay. But that's just that. Also, if you get a business degree, make sure you get a really, really good minor that makes you marketable, like international business, international affair, linguistics. Linguistics would be amazing. If you know 2 or 3 or more languages and you have a bachelor's in business and you have that linguistics degree, you're marketable. Again, that's part of being an adult. You gotta think of these things. You can't just push your way through and hope for the best, right? Like, you have to take time to do things right. Part of doing things right is picking a good minor and a good major. Pick something that's marketable. Look at where you live, where you want to live. Figure out what everyone else is doing, what everyone else's degree is in, right? Because I guarantee that field's crowded. If everyone is a business with accounting minor, then there's not going to be much of a market for that. But a business with linguistics behind it, or a business with international marketing, international business, that's marketing. There will always be places in business for people with a linguistics minor. Hell, if you get a major in linguistics, you can go far. Just saying. Don't have to apply for the private sector too. You can go public sector and work for the government. They always need bodies. They pay good. And the health benefits are good. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, if you're going to be an adult, after you've gone to college or trade school is another good thing. You don't have to go to college. Go to trade school. Trade school is valuable. I've got plenty of friends who went to college, and they're doing anywhere from shitty to really well. But I've got a couple friends that went to trade school, and they're all doing pretty damn good. Like my buddy Mark. Buddy Mark knocked up his girlfriend, now wife, when he was 16. She was 17. He dropped out of high school, got his GED over the summer so she could finish high school. And then he went to trade school. And by the time he was 18, she was 19. They got married. She went to college. He had already finished trade school, so he's working. And he was working as a plumber. And he worked as a plumber for another company for 10 years. And eventually he got enough saved up and made enough money after 10 years to where he started his own company. And it went from him being one of 50 employees to him being the only employee. But he had one truck, one employee. Now his company, his plumbing company, which I'm not going to say the name of because nobody gets free advertising. I'm kidding. I'm not saying that out of respect for him and his family, because I don't want some psycho to dox them. Not that he watches this. But his company went from just him in a truck to where now he's got 70 employees, 60 trucks. And he sits at home doing this all day, collecting that money. You know? He has someone that manages the business for him. So he doesn't have to. He can stay at home and just do whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have to do a damn thing. So, like I said, trade school is also good. You don't have to go to college. A lot of people go to trade school, and it works out well for them. But again, that's part of being an adult, is making that decision. Maybe if you're not a great student in high school, like C's and D's, a few B's, but no A's, maybe trade school would be good for you. Especially if you're hyper and you like to work with your hands. If you like working with your hands, trade school is amazing. HVAC, welding, plumbing, electrician, fabrication, design, all that's good. That's a really good course for people like that. Hell, my little brother, I miss him. He was so hyper, he got kicked off the football team in middle school for whistling. Like, this was a kid that his doctor one year said, I want to take him off of his Adderall for the summer. And my mom said no, because my oldest son will actively try to kill him. We can't stand him when he's on his Adderall. And the doctor's like, well, then maybe we should take him off. My mom's like, no. You take him off that Adderall. My oldest son would probably try to kill him. Doctor said it couldn't be that bad. So he took Sam for a week, brought him back, said, I'll take him for the summer. Right. Okay. We actually were placing bets in the car on the way home from that one. Because my mom had picked me up from my summer job. She had picked me up because she wanted to go do something, wanted me to go help her. And we were taking bets in the car. I won. I said he wouldn't last a week. She said he'd get 2 weeks in. I said 1 week. Less. Because 5 days later, he brings Sam home with a full fucking script for Adderall. And it's like, I won. My mom was so pissed that I won that bet. But I don't care. But anyways, Sam went and became an electrician. And then he started working as a maintenance guy for a third-party contract company for one of the major logistics and shipping companies in the U.S. at their airport terminal. And, he was really good at it. He really enjoyed that job, and it really worked well with him. Now, I miss him. He's gone. He passed away, 6 years ago, 2016. I miss Sam. He was a good brother. He was a really good kid. I really missed him. Kid. He was almost fucking 26 when he died. No, that's part of life, is accepting loss. Can't win every time. And sometimes loss hurts. And you gotta live with it. You can't let it rule you. You can take time for it, but you can't let it rule your life. But back on point, like I said, my little brother went to trade school. He did phenomenal. He loved it. I did college. And we all know how that worked. But the point being is, as an adult, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do. You can't just sit on your ass playing Xbox and smoking weed and drinking beer all day. Actually, I don't smoke weed. It makes me throw up. And I don't drink beer because I'm on dialysis. And I'd rather drink water or juice than beer. You can only drink so many ounces a day, Now, I want to get into something important. Once you are an adult and you have your job, you have to focus on your priorities. Your priorities are always going to be important. My priorities are different than your priorities. Your priorities are probably different than mine. But at the end of the day, as long as you meet your priorities, you're okay. Now, what do I mean by that? It's real fun to go to the bar every weekend night when you're an adult, or every night you're off and just get blitzed. It's fun, but it's not smart. It's okay to go once in a while. It's okay to go maybe once a week. It's okay to go once a month. It's okay to get drunk every so often. But it's not okay to get blackout blitzed every fucking time you go. And I'm not saying I'm against drinking. No, I did my fair share in my 20s. What I'm saying is that you need to be responsible for that. You need to, if you can afford to do it and maintain your lifestyle and still put money in savings, then okay, I guess that would be fine. But most of y'all, when y'all hit that workforce after college or trade school, you're not going to be able to. So what you need to do is focus on your needs, not your wants. Because I read somewhere, I remember this old quote I read, I don't remember who said it, but it's always stuck with me. It is better to live a life free of need than to pursue a life free of wants. And what that means is, as long as you can take care of your needs, everything else is fucking gravy. Everything else is fucking gravy. Like, my housing's paid for. My bills are paid for. Everything else I get after that is fucking gravy. You know? And when I was living in apartments, I would focus primarily on, okay, I gotta pay my rent, I gotta pay the light bill, I gotta pay sewer, water, and garbage, I gotta pay my car insurance, I gotta pay my phone bill. Okay, cool. And so, everything after that was okay. You know, I would save my money, pay my bills at the beginning of the month, be a little broke, not too broke. Go buy some groceries, eat at home, take care of shit at home. And then save up the rest. And then maybe once, twice a month, I'd go to the bar and have a good night. But I wouldn't take my debit or credit card. I would take cash. Because I always try to have a couple $100 of cash in my safe at home. Yes, I have got some. You know, save your change. Save your fucking change. Do not throw those pennies away, man. They add up. But, like I said, I wouldn't take my debit or credit card because that's extra. Credit cards should only really be for emergencies. Never carry a balance on a credit card. Never carry a balance for more than a month on a credit card. Okay? Never do that. That is never a good idea to carry a balance on a credit card. Debt can be a financial asset, but it's more of a liability in the long run. So let's be honest. Don't carry a balance on a credit card. That is foolish. And I have credit cards. I have 2 of them. No, I have one now. I just paid off and canceled the other one last month because I don't like that card. It had an incredibly high APR. I hated that. And credit cards aren't like free money. You're borrowing from yourself, and you have to pay it back. That's how you look at credit cards. You don't look at it as like an extra $5,000-$6,000. No, that's up to $5,000 or $6,000 you are borrowing from yourself at an incredibly high interest rate. You know, don't do that. Like, I know it can be tempting. I was tempted. I made mistakes when I was younger with the credit card, thinking, hey, it's free fucking money. No, it's not. It comes out of your ass in the end with interest. Save up. Save your fucking money. Save your money to buy things you want. Because I guarantee the TV you buy at fucking Black Friday, if you would have bought it on Labor Day, maybe President's Day, those are usually the cheaper times of year to buy a TV. Trust me. Black Friday is such a fucking scam. It is so fucking scammy now. It used to be something. Now it's just bullshit. Man. Other thing is, I save up to buy what I want. I make okay money now. I make adult man, 40-year-old money. And I've got some nice things. I got some stuff to show for it. Like, for example, my watch. It's a Belova Marine Star Series B. It's a very nice watch. And these watches typically cost about $500 to $700 for the Marine Series, or the Marine Star Series B. They're expensive. They're not cheap, but I saved up to buy it because that's what you're supposed to do as an adult. Don't just blow all your money on one paycheck. Something flashy. No, save up for it until you have enough to buy it. Because sometimes when you save up the $700 to buy the nice watch, it's on sale by the time you have that $700 for $500. After tax, that's $150 in your fucking pocket that you can then either save for something else or go have fun with. I know, what a concept. Speaking about savings, you should be saving your money. When I was in high school, one of my friend's dads was wealthy. He lived in a wealthy neighborhood. He drove a very nice car, but he was wealthy. And one day I asked him, how did he get to be to this point? Was it education? Was it luck? He sat me down because he grew up as a fucking peanut farmer in Arkansas. My friend's dad. He goes, I got 2 books I want you to read. Richest Man in Babylon, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Had me read them both. And he's like, when you're done reading them, I want you to come talk to me about it. And I did. I went home and I read Richest Man in Babylon. Wonderful book. Everyone should read it. And it teaches you how to handle your money. Assets versus liabilities. Always a good thing to know. And I went and talked to him. And he gave me the full rundown on how to save money. How to make your money grow. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. And I can't say this will work for everyone. But this is what I did. And it worked for me. When you get paid, pay yourself 10% of your paycheck. And by that, I mean, it's not that's what you have to save. That's what you're throwing into savings. Is that 10%. Now, that 10% in the bank will grow. Slowly, but surely. But you know what grows faster? An asset. An asset will always beat a liability. An asset is something that makes you money. A liability is something that does not make you money. So, for example, if you buy a car and you use that car to get to and from work, that could be considered an asset. But if you use that car to do rideshare work, then it is an asset. You buy a new pair of shoes that you wear once in a while, but never to work, that's a liability. A house is a liability. It is. Your primary residence is considered a liability, but the debt for the mortgage can be considered an asset because that you can claim the taxes. That can go in your favor on your income tax at the end of the year. Go figure. But we'll get into how to buy a house in a little bit. Now, I have several big assets that make me money. I invested wisely with some friends into buying a laundromat. A 24-hour laundromat with an 8-hour window for wash and fold services. Now, I'm only a small investor. I'm a silent partner at 10%. All right? So I don't get to make much choice when it comes to that. And I just have to hold up my hand and get my money after it comes in. But that's an asset. One of my friends bought a brand new, Mercedes, and it's fancy. Oh, it's very nice. I would love to have that car, but it's a liability. See what I mean? He doesn't use that car to get to and from his day job. No, he's too scared to take his car to the laundromat, so he drives his old hoopty to the laundromat. The hoopty is the asset. The Mercedes that sits in the driveway, except for when he goes somewhere flashy on the weekends, is a liability. See what I mean? So if you save up and buy something and use it to make money, it's an asset. If you buy something that just ends up costing you money through maintenance, insurance, fuel, it's a liability. Better to have an asset than a liability. Okay, the other thing is investing. Now, I'm definitely not an investing specialist, nor am I a stockbroker, nor am I a financial advisor. But the general rule that I've been following was that in my 20s, I invested aggressively. All my positions were aggressive. In my 30s, it was moderate. And now that I'm in my 40s, I adjusted to conservatively investing. And you don't have to go out and buy the biggest, best stocks. Buy stocks and shit you like. Like, I like Frito-Lay. I own stock in Frito-Lay. I love Pepsi and Mountain Dew. I own stock in Pepsi Cola. I like Volkswagen, so I own stock in Volkswagen. I like certain companies, and those are the companies that I invest in because that makes sense to me, to invest in something that I use. I don't own stock in Tesla. I have a couple shares in Apple from when I was a kid, and my grandmother bought them for me that I'm holding. But I don't, bank on big companies mostly because I just couldn't at the time afford to buy stock in a big company. So I didn't go with it. Like, I still own stock in Ford because I also like Ford. I used to have a truck. I love that truck. It was a 77 F100, 351M, C6 automatic, 9-inch unbreakable. Single cab, extra long bed. I love that fucking truck. I still like Ford trucks. One day I will buy a Ford truck. No. But, again, if you're going to buy stocks in stuff you like, stuff you use, stuff you support. You like Sony? Buy stocks in Sony. If you like Applebee's, get help. There's nothing good about that. But I guess you could buy stock in Applebee's if you like Applebee's. So, if you're going to invest in shit you like. All right? Piece of tobacco in my mouth. Never tastes good. So you don't have to hit every high dollar stock when you buy stock. No. Buy a little at a time. Buy some, 10, 15 shares if you can at a time. Stuff you like. If your company offers a 401k and they're willing to match it dollar to dollar up to a limit, max out what they're willing to match. Do that. That is important. That is something I didn't learn until I was 25. That if a company offered a 401k with matching, max that shit out. Trust me. Never be too proud to fucking pay into your 401k. But you should also look into saving up some cash, a couple grand, and getting a Roth IRA. Roth IRA, not a traditional IRA. A traditional IRA, the money that you put in is taxed when you go to pull it out. With a Roth IRA, the money you put in is taxed before it comes out. It's taxed when you put it in. So when you pull it out, it's almost tax-free to a limit with exceptions. Don't be afraid to buy CDs, certificates of deposit, for a 5 or 10 year stretch, preferably 10 or more. Buy bonds, buy stocks, invest, make your money fucking grow. Because as an adult, you can't typically always go running to mommy and daddy for money. Hell, sometimes you can't do that as a kid. Some of y'all are like me, grew up poor as fuck. I'm not saying I'm rich now. I'm middle class and I'm middle aged, but you know what? I'm comfortable. I have enough coming in to where I can pay my housing and my bills and my needs, and I have enough to pay for my mom's nursing home and to buy her snacks every week because I've planned and worked my ass off for that. If you plan well, when you're about my age, you can start thinking about retirement in 10, 15 years. My goal is to retire when I hit 55. I'll be old enough to do whatever I want, but young enough to enjoy the money and hopefully have enough of it left to live till I'm 80, because that's about the lifespan for my generation. We're only projected at about 75 to 80. But I'm planning, if I have to, I can outlive that. It'd be nice to outlive it, but I'm planning to have financial freedom to do so. Now, that's the thing. As an adult, as a man, you need to plan for your future. You need to save money for when you need it. You need to have at least $5,000 in your savings account at all times. You need to have at least $2,500 in an emergency fund that you only touch when it's an emergency. Car repairs, house catch fire, whatever. The other thing you can do is buy a pre-need contract. Now this is a bit morbid, but your boy has a pre-need contract at a funeral home here in town. Why? Because funerals are fucking expensive, man. Funerary services, cremation, viewings, all that's real expensive. Now, I prepaid for my cremation, my urn, and the little viewing box that they put me in so people can cry, oh, he was such a good man, or he was an asshole. Throw him in the oven. I prepaid for all. That price is locked. What I paid is what I paid. What I paid for is what I'm going to get. So that my survivors don't have to scramble to pay for a funeral or a cremation. Because that's a smart thing to do. When you prepay for a cremation or your funeral, which would be more expensive, you don't have to do what happened in my family. My little brother died in 2016. When he died, his funeral was about $14,000. That included the coffin, the grave site excavation, burial, services, everything. It was $14,000. It was about $14,000. And I saw that. And I don't want that. And I started looking up the average price of cremation and services for that. And then I found out about pre-need contracts. And I went, that's actually really smart. If I pay for it now, I don't have to pay for it later. Save some money. Okay. Now I have a card in my wallet that I carry around. It says, in event of death, this is who to contact. But the point is that it's covered. It's also mentioned in my will. That's another thing. It's never too early to set up a will. When you die, you are going to leave possessions. And if you die in a tragic accident at the age of 27, then guess what? A will would be a very handy thing to have. Because you do have property. You have clothing, you have electronics, maybe you have a $5,000 gaming computer. Maybe you have Pokemon cards or something that you want someone else to have, if you get a will legally filed and all of that, it'll save a ton of headache down the road for your loved ones. Trust me. I really don't know if there's anything else about how to be an adult that I can talk about. I mean, I've talked about saving, I've talked about education, both college and trade school. No shame in going into the military either. I wasn't able to serve, but I know a lot of people have. And it is a good thing to serve the country. I tried. They're just like, no, your kidneys don't work. We don't want you. It's like, okay, fine. You know. Let's change subjects. This is kind of dragging, getting boring. You know, the Cowboys actually surprised the shit out of them. They got a hell of a game this year. You know, all my friends that are Cowboys fans are like, we them boys, this is our year. And I'm sitting here going, no, it is not your year. Calm down. It's not your year. I think it's funny where I live in South Texas. At one point, we were trying to get the Oakland Raiders before they went to Vegas. And we got real close. But they mysteriously went to Vegas instead. I could actually explain that. Okay? The reason why I think that San Antonio didn't get the Oakland Raiders, right, is because Jerry Jones will not let a third franchise in Texas. He won't. Jerry Jones will not share Texas. Hell, he threw a fit when Houston got the Texans back, when they reestablished their team. But because they're in a different conference, he couldn't say anything. But because San Antonio would be in the same conference as Dallas, Jerry Jones sued the city into backing out. That's why we didn't get the Raiders. Because we have the fan base. We have the population. We are the fourth largest city by population and landmass in the United States. We have the fan base to support an NFL team. But Jerry Jones won't let another team in Texas because it's a threat to his franchise. And he is a very selfish and greedy man about that. And, you know, that's his right. I think it's childish that he won't let another franchise into the state, that he feels that threatened. But you know what? That's his problem, not mine. Besides, after he passes away, I predict that Texas will get a third football team. It'll either go to San Antonio or Austin. Probably San Antonio. Bigger market. Much bigger market. Because Austin, Texas is actually kind of small and unimpressive. God damn, they're loud out there. They're super fucking loud. Oh well. Can't be helped. Sorry, I'm taking my watch off. My wrist hurts now. I need to get it adjusted. It's too loose. It's too tight. Because I went and bought it, trying it on. And I didn't notice these little links here fold over like that for a secure clasp. So I gotta get them to put a link in. That's just a personal preference. Just a little looser. It is what it is. Now, what about y'all? Do y'all have any questions? All one viewer? If you have a question, you can talk. I believe it's on open chat. It's not on subscriber mode. And because I don't have any subs. Nor do I ask for subs. got the little P.O. Box challenge for subs, but I don't really care about it because I don't pressure or ask for it. That's what I don't get. Or I don't get when streamers sit there and go, oh, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, we get it. Begging for money. Got it. Because that's what a subscription is. It's basically money. Or when streamers beg for money. Like straight up beg for donations. Donations, they're not donations. That's somebody just giving you money. It's taxable. It's not a donation. You know? It is not free fucking money. There is no such thing as free fucking money. Anyone ever tells you there's such a thing as free fucking money, they're lying. Especially if it's a late night infomercial about come to my seminar and learn about free money. It's like, no, that's you selling your fucking system or bullshit plan about how you supposedly make money. It's almost like a pyramid scheme, but bullshit. Oh, man. Got a new puppy. I got a new puppy. His name is Charlemagne. I love him. He's 17 weeks old. And he is all about the food, the naps, conquering Eastern Europe, and the smooches. He's a little smoochy boy. Loves smoochies. He's such a good boy. I love that puppy. He's my puppy. Man, it has actually been a really good couple weeks for me. It has been a very good couple weeks. I mean, I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Like, not necessarily well financially, but I'm doing pretty good. Like, my week has been good. Month has actually been pretty good. Got a new chair for my computer. Love that chair. It's nice and wide, no arms, so I can cross my legs while I sit down. Finally got a new rowing machine. Love that. I spend an hour on it a day. I love that fucking rowing machine. I had to upgrade not upgrade. I had to replace the RAM in my computer because it finally, after, that's 7 years fucking playing out on me. But it's doing good. And I like it. And I got a new laptop. Finally, after saving up, I bought a new laptop, which is what I'm streaming on now. And I even did the bougie fancy thing of setting up my laptop as a separate streaming element, or a separate stream at my PC. Because why not? Oh, excuse me. I mean, hell, I even learned how to add stuff like this into the background. Because I'm fancy. As soon as I figure out how to do it, see? I can put it there. You can see the orange in the background as it matches everything else. Or I can just click it over to the side and do this. Which will probably be what I do for gaming, where I'll have the game over here and the webcam over here somewhere. But for now, we are just going to leave it stretched to fit screen. Because I don't really have anything else to show y'all, so there's no need. Not on the PC at home for tomorrow's stream. It will be like that. Well, the webcam will be somewhere off above the logo, and the gameplay will take up the bulk of the screen. That's something that gets me, right? Like, every so often when I go on Twitch, I will see, the type of stream I'm talking about, where they're wearing something very revealing, and their webcam takes up almost the whole screen except for one small little window for the game, usually somewhere over here. It's like, you're not streaming gameplay. It just happens to be what you're excusing it as, is you use a tiny little window for it. Maybe I'm just old and bitter, but that bugs me. It actually does bug me. It seems kind of deceptive that, oh, I'm streaming, but the window for the stream, for the gameplay, is about as big as my corner logo is. And the rest of it's just webcam of them, like I do here. But the difference here is I'm not wearing a bikini. Although you probably pay not to see me in a bikini. I know I would pay not to see me in a bikini. I don't think that's something anybody ever should see. That sounds like something nobody should ever have to see, is me in a fucking bikini. The other thing that gets me is I have like a little tip jar. Right here. Right where my face is. You can kind of see it here. Let me hold my shirt up. You can see it. But I never have it on. I never have the tip jar on. And I don't see the point. I do not see the point in having the tip jar on. The tip jar just seems like extra crap that nobody needs to see. Because, come on, man. You're not here to throw money at me. You're here to hang out. And that's the point of a Sunday stream. Is we are here hanging out, smoking a cigar, whatever you're doing, just chilling, just vibing, just vegging. And that's the fun thing, is that we don't have to all always be busy with every little freaking thing. We can sit around and just hang out. We don't need to spend large amounts of money. I spend money on things I enjoy. Back onto the topic of assets versus liabilities. Because cigars are a liability. They do not make me money. They only cost me money. And because of that, I end up spending money on cigars. But I can afford my cigar hobby. Because I like my cigars. Cigars are something I enjoy. And so that counts, although as a liability. Although it counts as a liability on a realm of everything else, I guess it doesn't, because I enjoy them. And they bring me some pleasure in life. And it's okay to have things that you find pleasurable in life. You don't have to do everything that everybody wants. You can do other things. You don't have to just do one thing. If you have a hobby you can monetize to make money, power to you, go for it. You don't have to spend money everywhere on everything. You can just chill. You can just veg, and you can do whatever. As long as you're happy, that's the important thing. I just noticed that the creepy punch figure over there, they put a sombrero. Which I think is kind of weird. I mean, that thing's already creepy. It is extremely creepy. God, that thing is creepy. Oof. Not something I put in my house. The sombrero doesn't make it any less creepy. No. I think it's important that people always have a backup plan in case stuff goes wrong with the primary plan. Like one of my friends in high school was state champion football player. Like, colleges were throwing themselves at him to come play for them. And he got very good offers. And I was very happy for him. I'm still happy for him. But he thought he was going to be in the NFL, so he just got a general studies degree. Like, he got a bachelor's in business kind of degree with nothing marketable behind it. His minor was something stupid, something very crowded. But he was incredible for a high school player, but he was all right for a college player. He wasn't NFL level. And the NFL never picked him. And he didn't have a good backup plan. Oh, excuse me. And now he works at a call center. And after almost 20 years, he's still at that call center, but now he's middle management. And he's just now clearing, $70,000 a year, which seems like a lot until you consider he's married with 3 kids from this wife, and his last wife he has 2 kids with, and has to pay her alimony and child support. Because he didn't have a good backup plan in life. You need to have a good backup plan. Like, if for whatever reason my current employment ends and I'm unable to do it, I have other things I can do. I have other things I can take my ass into to make money. And that's the important thing. Is that while I'm clearing about 65 to 70,000 a year, I have backup plans. We're going to do a Room 101 big payback. It's a wonderful Maduro. It's been on this stream many times, and I enjoy it. As always, you gotta toast it. Wave it around a bit, and then you light it. Mm-hmm. I love that coffee flavor. I love the coffee flavor of the Maduro Pale. Like, the Giant Tobacco Nut has a nice leathery, creamy note flavor to it. This has a bitter coffee, very little pepper flavor. Absolutely amazing. I don't know. One of the things I like to do is meal prep, and I always do it on Mondays. Like last Monday, I meal prepped pork chops, grilled squash and sweet potatoes mashed. The pork chops are breaded and baked in the oven because I love that. It reminds me of my childhood. Right? Then I did a high protein macaroni and cheese. And I did a bunch of breakfast burritos. So, you heat one up in the microwave for 2 minutes and it's ready to go. And I'm thinking tomorrow what I'm going to do for meal prep is I still have a ton of those burritos left, like enough to get through the week. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do like a sheet pan of scrambled eggs, portion those out, freeze them, and then when I run out of the breakfast burritos, I'll make little McMuffin, English muffin breakfast sandwiches with the eggs, ham, English muffin, maybe a little cheese. I'm not that big of a cheese guy. I like cheese. I'm not lactose intolerant or nothing. Cheese is good, but too much cheese bad. Like this one TikToker I saw a long time ago said, children, kids, and fat people love cheese. And it's true. When I was a fatty, I couldn't get enough cheese. You buried something under cheese and I was happy. As a kid, same thing. You hid it under cheese, I'd eat it. But since I changed my mindset and decided I wasn't going to be that big anymore, cheese is not that great anymore. cheese can overpower other flavors. That's kind of the point, I guess, is that cheese covers the flavor of anything else and it tastes like cheese. When you're fat, you really like cheese. I'm not an expert, do not quote me. Man, it's been a good day. However, we need to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Taking a break. Taking a break. We're taking a break. Okay, we're back. Had to get something to drink. Okay. Like I said, we're back. I had to get a spread. I think it's kind of funny. It's a lot of people try to get into cigars and they can't because they make the mistake of trying to inhale. And you don't inhale a cigar; you puff on it. And yes, you do get nicotine from it through osmosis, through your mouth, and under your tongue. But I can go weeks, months without smoking a cigar, and I don't get nicotine fits because it's not that big of a thing. It's just not that pressing in my life. Now, I enjoy smoking, but I can go without it. Do that with cigarettes, and it can get bad with cigarettes because I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes a lot. Let's test widgets. Let's test the following. See if following works. Hey, it does work. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, that does work. I was wondering if that worked. Oh man, I'm glad the widgets actually work. Man, this is actually a good day. Actually, I wonder what other widgets look like. Let's see if they all work, shall we? Let's see. Let's see about subscription. Yeah, that works. Alright, what about... wait until that plays out and let's see what donations do. Let's test a donation. This is just testing. Wow. Okay, that works. After that, let's see what bits do. We're testing the widget for bits. Alright, cool. Up next, let's see what a host does after this. Alright, that's something. Alright, we're testing host. Let's see what host does. I kind of want to change that. The zombie thing is kind of meh. Alright. That was fun. But only testing. what I think is funny is though, is there are always going to be people out there who try to detract from whatever you're doing. They're always going to be like, "No, why are you doing that? Nobody watches you." Well, I do it for me. I mean, if people watch and enjoy what I'm saying, that's cool. And I don't mind talking to people. I really don't. But point being is I know I'm not making money on this. I don't have to make money. I do this for me. It's something I can do that's fun, engaging, and I get to hang out with people. I get to hang out with y'all on stream. You know, sit around, smoke a cigar, talk the shit, shoot the shit with y'all. You know, it's always fun. You know, got a haircut too, finally. I mean, up here has been bald, but you know, I got the sides going nice, clean. Got the beard trimmed up a bit. But it's cold in this room, so I'm gonna wear a beanie because when you get older and you go bald, your bald spot will get cold, and that sucks. Also, sunburns on your bald spot are a real problem. Yeah, trust me, they can be. Oh God, can they be a problem with sunburn? Like, that's the one thing people don't think about, is they'll put sunscreen on their body, they'll put sunscreen on their face, but they won't lather up the bald spot with sunscreen. And there is nothing worse than a sunburn on that thin layer of skin on the top of your head. Trust me, I learned that the hard way a few years ago. Ooh, that was a painful day. A sunburned bald spot is not a sunburn you want. That is not a comfortable burn. That is actually excruciatingly painful and will hurt for days and days and days and days. Oh my God, is it uncomfortable when you get sunburned on your bald spot? Oh man, I learned that lesson the hard way. I did. Also, I'm experimenting with these earbuds I got. They're the P9 Series Pros from Gravstar. Really like the case. It feels nice as well. It's got some really cool details. With the paint job, where they roughed off some of it around key points where it looks like it's been, you know, like sci-fi construction equipment, like it's been used. Cool little button right here that they push. Pops open, you get your buds right there. I can get about 4 hours of audio out of those when I'm like at dialysis. And, you know, put them in, put my phone on my music app, and just zone out listening to music for about 4 hours. I can get about 4 hours out. And they're quick charge too. This case charges in about a minute and a half. Back up to full. So, honestly, I love them. I think they're great. I really like the Series Pro, the Series Osiris Pros by Gravstar. I think they're pretty good product. They even have a little LED that lights up at the bottom. Yeah, right there. You can change color. Can I change color? I have no idea. It's not changing. I don't care. I have it on orange. I know it does other colors, but I can't remember what they are. Like red, blue, green. But no, I think, yeah, it does. There's blue. There's dark blue. Red, green, purple, orange. Oh, you know, orange is kind of my motif. But yeah. I'm actually glad I got this laptop, because now I'm not streaming on my phone, so I can actually record these streams and then upload them. The phone case is filthy though. You. It's got something all over it. Also, never lick your phone. That's gross. I wash my hands constantly, or I'm using hand sanitizer constantly, but I'm not licking my phone. That's disgusting. Because who doesn't sit in the bathroom on their cell phone while pooping? And you're gonna lick that? Ew. That's nasty. Don't do that. That's gross. Like, that's very gross. I hate when people do that. I'm hitting my voice space now. Nice. Cracking open the cold one. Oh, man. Like, back into the previous topic about the earbuds. Yesterday at dialysis, I put them in a little before the start of treatment. And like maybe 30 minutes before the end of treatment, I had to take them out, recharge them. And like a couple minutes after I put them in, I was able to put them back in and continue with my music. Because I like to listen to music at treatment. It makes it go by faster. And it also helps me drown out conversations. Because my chair at the dialysis center is right next to the scales where people weigh in and weigh out. And I hear every conversation that happens there, which is why I really like these. These are good noise canceling, but they don't block out all the sound. But they block out enough to where, with my music, I don't hear everyone's conversation when they come into the treatment center or when they're leaving dialysis. I can just go to sleep and I won't wake up unless I have to. I hate having to hear everyone say, "No, I'm tired, I don't feel good." It's like, yeah, it's dialysis, none of us feel good. And of course you're gonna be tired. It's first shift of dialysis starts at 5 a.m. That's the time I go. It's around 5 a.m. And I don't want to hear everyone's conversation about how tired they are, how they don't feel good. It's not that I don't care, it's just that I don't want to fucking hear it when I'm trying to sleep. Because I don't like watching TV. And although the dialysis center has cable or satellite, they have real good TV. I think it's direct TV. Tons of channels on everyone has their own little TV screen that pulls in front of their chair. Yeah, it's on a long swing arm. You can move it, whatever. And there's a ton of channels. And I get there early enough to catch the end of Adult Swim, but I don't really care for TV that much. I'm just not a TV watching kind of guy. But the headphones I was using at the time, and they weren't cheap. They were like $120 headphones in ear noise canceling. They're starting to die after 5 years. They're starting to die, so I got the headphones for my phone. Which is fine because I like that better. They're better noise cancellation. And because the other ones are wired, but the wires come loose. So the right ear doesn't work, but the left ear does, but the microphone doesn't work. It's not worth it. I'd rather just have earbuds anyways. They're wider, they look cool. I like them. I'm learning all the features. Like, I've learned how to turn the volume up and down on them. I've learned how to skip next song or back song, pause, play. Put them in music mode, put them in gaming mode, take calls, pause calls, hang up calls. I've learned how to do that. And I like them. I think they're a pretty good pair of headphones. They're earbuds. And I'm thinking I'll make a video reviewing them at some point for the YouTube channel, but they came with this cool little chain. I like this black metal chain. I don't know what it's made of. It's probably cheap stainless that's anodized black. It may just be low. But there's a little rubber thing that goes here that you can hook onto the chain. So hang, if I can open it. I'll just do it this way because I don't use the rubber thing because I just wear the chain with the chain. But It looks like a medallion on it. Yeah, it's convenient. But it's small enough to where it fits in my pocket. Doesn't get lost in my pocket, but it's not like overly full for the pocket. Like, I keep my keys, my lighter, my cutter, and those in my pocket. It's fine. It doesn't feel crowded. I can get anything out of my pocket I need to. But I digress. In my other pocket, I just keep my phone in my wallet, so nothing special. Just how I am. What about y'all? What are y'all up to out there? I mean, only one person's watching, I can tell. Feel free to talk. You can talk to me. You don't have to, refresh chat. Maybe somebody says, no, nobody's talking. Okay. That's fine. I can live with that. Thinking for next Sunday we'll do an AMA. But I don't think anyone is going to actually ask me anything. But it's something to do. Mm-hmm. I could not wait to do this stream today. Like, around Tuesday, I was like, alright, can't wait for Saturday. I can't wait for Sunday. Gotta stream Sunday. Sunday gonna be fun. Sunday fun day. Of course, tomorrow is Monday Grind Set, where we will be playing more of My Friendly Neighborhood. I am actually very pleasantly surprised by that game. I really enjoy that game. It's really, really fun. I like My Friendly Neighborhood. I think it's a wonderful game. And it is, I really, really like My Friendly Neighborhood. That is such a cool game. Like, I'm so glad I bought it. And I bought it late, because everyone's already had it. It's been out for like a year or two, so everyone's already played it and beaten it. And I've been fighting real hard not to watch videos about it on YouTube, because I don't want spoilers. But I'm enjoying the hell out of that game, and I can't wait to play it with y'all tomorrow night. Like, My Friendly Neighborhood, it's an incredible game. I love it so much. Well, I gotta fix the mic situation for My Friendly Neighborhood tomorrow. Because I noticed that last time, the mic was very quiet. Even though I had it hooked into my soundboard, it was very quiet. So I gotta figure out how to fix that. If I can fix that, then it won't be that big of a problem, I hope. But I'll experiment with that later tonight, tomorrow morning. I cannot wait to play more of My Friendly Neighborhood. I haven't touched it since Monday, last stream, because I don't want to fucking lose any of it for long. Like, that is such a fun game. I love it so much. Oh my god, I love that game. Okay, probably stop tapping that. I fucking love that game. That game is so much fun. It really, really is. I think I have an idea why the microphone was so quiet on Monday's stream. And I think it's because of how I have it. Because, okay, I'm going to show you the microphone. It's just a little fine mic. I got it on Amazon for cheap. It has a Phantom Power XLR connection, but it's also got a USB-C connection. And, yeah, it's a cool mic. It changes colors. It's got a wide spectrum of colors. You turn it off, turn the colors on, does all sorts of stuff. Like, I think on the Rainbow, yeah, it does this where it goes through all the colors. Like, cool little gradient. But I like to leave it on orange, because general motif is black, yellow, and orange. That's close enough to orange. It's not that orange is my favorite color. No, my favorite color is actually forest green or heather green. like the mic. It's pretty good. The sound quality is really good. But like I said, because it's got that XLR connection that I have plugged into my soundboard, because I also have it plugged in with USB, I think that's causing conflict. So what I need to do is just PC setup for that. And maybe try it without the USB-C connector. And see if it can run just off phantom power from the soundboard. I also have a bougie ring light that you can change the color, the warmth of the light, from this warm yellow that I'm using to like RGB. Yeah, see, I can do a rainbow. I can do a rainbow with the ring light. But I don't care for that. Oh, that's obnoxious. Just there. Put it back on the warm, soft light. I really think buying the laptop was a really, really good choice for this stream. Because now I can go mobile, do what I got, which is nice. I don't think we're going to have time to get to the Rama. The Daruma. Put it in my little sticky case. We'll save it for later. And that's the thing. It's okay to save it for later. Oh, it's actually an important part of life, is saving for tomorrow. Now, like, if I put this out, I'm not going to smoke it again tomorrow. I might let it, go out, relight it within a couple of minutes. But you don't save like a half a stick that's been smoked in your humidor. It will fuck with the flavors of all the other sticks. And you don't want that. You just don't want that. That's bad. Oh, I finally got the air conditioner in my car fixed. I love it. Granted, it's been about 2 years without air conditioning in the car. And I got to the point where I was making a joke of, I'm just going to line in the back of the car with cedar, call it mobile sauna, and charge people money to sit back there and sweat it out. But no, I'm glad that finally got fixed. I'm happy that it got fixed. Because like the name implies, since I am a South Texas fan, I live in South Texas, we stay hot until about October. And by hot, I mean we stay up in the 90s until October. Our summers are typically over 100 for days on end, but this summer was brutal. We had 76, 77 days over 100 degrees in a row. Normally we'll get a week of 100, week of 90s, week of 100, week of 90s. This summer was just almost all 100. It was really brutal. Like, we did a birthday barbecue for a couple of my friends' birthdays on the same day. Not the same day, it's in the same month, but we had that party on the same day at the house. It was the hottest day in June. And then we had my birthday barbecue on the hottest day of July. And then we went to another friend's house for their birthday barbecue, surprise birthday barbecue. They had no idea. They had no idea we were doing it. On the hottest day of August. So it was brutal, but it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And my buddy Matt, oh my God, Matty Ice, Doctor, as we call him. Dude cooked some hog. Like, one of our buddies, got a hog when they were out hunting. He did those leg quarters of that hog that were so damn good. I still dream of those fucking pigs, of that pork. That was insanely good. He also does a blast of ribs. He is a king. He is the porcine prince, the prince of pork. he knows how to cook. He knows how to cook. Like, world ever fucking goes to shit. Dude can fucking survive by selling that pork for supplies. Like, dude knows what he's doing. And it's not something that can be taught. It's something, well, it can be, but it takes years to learn how to do it. And he is definitely, at the age of 43, a master of smoking pork and ribs and brisket. He also does pretty good chicken. Anything he puts on that smoker is amazing. Oh, man. Well, goddamn it, now I'm out once in that pork. Oh, well, I'll have to wait till next Sunday barbecues. Or go buy some and see if you'll do it. But back onto the meal prepping. I know that I still have a ton of those breakfast burritos, enough to last a week. And I know that tomorrow, like I said, I'm thinking about doing like a pan of scrambled eggs. Just put them in the oven. And they come out in uniform. Portion those out to, little 3x3 patties that can go on a English muffin. And maybe some like ham, bacon, or something. Nothing overly fancy. Something simple but delicious. For other two meals, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to do fajita rice, which is like make fajita meat from skirt steak, from skirt or flank, whatever I can get cheaper. Excuse me. Marinated my family recipe, grill them, let them cool, chop it up, and then make some rice. I don't want to do plain white rice. I might do Spanish rice, like a burrito bowl, almost like a fajita bowl. A little avocado, a little cheese, a little sour cream in there, some pepper. But I need to come up with two things we can do. That's a possibility. I know one of the other ones, I might do breaded pork chops again, because those were really good. And they went real well with the vegetables, but I might not do the veggies. I might do a chicken tikka masala, because I have a pretty solid recipe for tikka masala. For chicken. That would be good. Some rice and some curry. Ooh, speaking of curry, I can do chicken katsu, pork katsu with curry and rice. That might be it. That would be good. I mean, I've got options. I have a lot of possibilities for what I can do for food. Like, that's the thing. As an adult, you should learn to cook at least 5 things. If you know how to cook at least 5 dishes very well, you're golden. And don't think I say you gotta cook like culinary skills. No, just pick up a recipe book. Pick up a recipe. Try it. If you like it, get good at it. Get real good to where you can cook it blindfolded without the recipe. Do that for 5 recipes. That's all you gotta do. 5 things that you can make blindfolded or without a recipe that you can do from memory. I mean, you don't have to be Gordon Ramsay. You just gotta be good at 5 things. Like I make these oatmeal protein bars every so often, like every other week or two, maybe once, twice a month. And all it is 4 cups of instant oats, 2 scoops casein protein, 2 scoops whey protein, 3 scoops casein protein, 3 scoops whey protein, a cup of pancake mix, like the Kodiak high protein powder, protein pancake mix, dash of vanilla, couple handfuls of fruit, frozen fresh, doesn't matter, whatever fruit you want, right? And enough water to make it goopy, like it's like paste. Put it in a pan, lined pan, bake it at 375 for 45 minutes. They come out cold, let them cool off, and then portion them out. That's what I do. And I could get, 24 of these bars out of this recipe. They're not little bars, they're thick, and they're about yay by yay, and they're about that thick. One of those will keep you running. I'm not ashamed or proud or anything to admit it, but there's been times where I've just eaten one of those a day, been good the whole day, but kidney failure kind of kills your appetite. Like, everything tastes muted, so. But they taste good. But no, get good at cooking like 5 things and you'll be golden. You don't have to go much further than that. We got 6 minutes left. Excuse me. Goddamn, I accidentally inhaled that. You don't inhale cigars. Never inhale a cigar. I don't get people who inhale cigars. I know a few people who do, and they think they're all Billy Badass, but I hate that. I think it's not a good thing. I mean, I'm like, I guess it's better than cigarettes, because cigarettes, they take all the nicotine out of the tobacco, and then they spray it back in with a ton of other chemicals and preservatives, freshness keepers, and shit like that. With a cigar, it's just plain tobacco. Unless it's an infused cigar, and they, put the toppers on the tobacco before they roll it. I believe. I'm not an expert, so I could be wrong. But like with this, it's just pure tobacco, just rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. That's all it is. It's just tobacco. So it's typically less bad for you, I guess. I mean, it's still bad for you. You're still running the risk of mouth and throat cancer, sinus cancer. But I believe that the rates are lower than on cigarette smokers or people who did it, something I'll never do. My granddad, he's why I will never dip or chew in my life. He would get boxes of Red Man, that were like the size of my wallet, right? Just blocks of this shit. He'd tear off a bit, chew it. Like chew and spit. And it was fucking gross. And it always made me sick as a kid. If we were in the truck, he would have a glass that could spit it, because he wouldn't spit out window, because he'd get all inside the fucking truck. And he would spit it. And one day, he picked up his coffee cup and drank it with the big plug of fucking Red Man chewing tobacco in his mouth. Spit this into another cup. And then he mixed up the cups. He mixed up his coffee cup with his spit cup. And I have never seen a grown man pull over and throw up like that before in my life. And it's like, that is fucking gross. Why would you fucking... I understand some people, like some of my friends that are in the military, when they're in the field, they won't smoke, but they'll dip. That's fine, I guess. I will go with that. I will never dip. I will never use chewing tobacco in my life, because that shit is so fucking gross. And it's all because of my grandma. Oh, it's terrifying. It is gross. And I would never fucking do it in my life. Blech. And I've tried it, and I hate it. And it just reminded me of my grandpa. And him mixing up his spit cup with his coffee cup. And it makes me want to gag. It makes me want to puke. It's terrible. It is so gross. I mean, it is fire. But no, I cannot wait to stream more of My Friendly Neighborhood tomorrow. Like, I cannot wait to play that game with y'all. I love that game, and I love y'all so much. I don't know. Well, I think it's funny is that at a cigar shop, you meet all sorts of people. And you have a lot of good conversations with a lot of people. And I've got some very good friends that I now consider some of my best friends. Hell, some of them I consider mi hermanos. Some of them aren't just my amigos, they're mi hermanos that I've met. I love them more than life, And I've been at the cigar shop. They went from dudes that I just sat with and smoked with to dudes that I hang out with outside of the shop without smoking, And that's the magic of the cigar shop, I guess, is that you can meet all these various people from all walks of life. And some of them be your friends, some of them I don't like. Like, there's this one dude we call Silverback, who I haven't seen in a while. And he's one of these pretentious guys that no matter what you're smoking, he'll sit there and go, oh, that's beneath your station. Fuck you, I smoke what I like. He's smoking Davidoffs all the time. Oh, that's beneath your station. And he tries to interject himself in every conversation because I think he's lonely. I don't think that he's insecure. I think it's that he's lonely, but he doesn't know how to interact with people. Which is kind of sad. I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know whatever happened to him. I wish him the best. I hope he's doing good. But like I said, I meet all sorts at the shop. People you like, people you don't like. Anyways. Alright, that's it for today. I'm South Texas Tech. If you liked it, awesome. If you hated it, that's cool too. It's up to you. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. And as always, I will never beg for subs. I will never beg for donations. All I ask is that if you enjoyed this and you haven't followed me, go ahead and follow. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Anyways, y'all be good. I hope y'all have a great week. I'll see y'all tomorrow with My Friendly Neighborhood. Can't wait. We'll talk to y'all then. Bye. We're just going to take a second though. But yeah, no, remember, you don't have to sub, you don't have to donate. If you liked it, feel free to follow. It's free. I'm South Texas Phil, and I'm taking it off. Y'all have a wonderful week, and I hope you join me tomorrow for My Friendly Neighborhood. Be good to each other.